live. Hey, Will.
Well, it's about 80 here.
I think we're live.
We're live here in cold Ithaca.
Hello, everybody. This is Faerber from Art2Ride, and I'm here today with Ron and Darcy Branchini, and we're starting off with Ron's horse today. How's it gone this week?
It's gone good. We took 2 days off just because it was in the 20s and it was just miserable and really cold. Even though we have an indoor, it still is pretty miserable. But you know, it's been going good. So I'm really curious to see how he looks today with Darcy on him.
Excellent. All right, let's pick up with some work in hand then. Where we start off. All right, as always. Get you guys moving so you warm up.
Yes, winter has come to upstate New York.
And starting to look better now, getting a little longer, but certainly gets there nice and quickly now. Go ahead and go large and keep that going on the long side. If you need to get him a little bit deeper, then do a little shoulder four wherever you like.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, I think Darcy's got her microphone on.
Oh.
Sorry, that wasn't me talking to my horse.
What was that? Okay, and down the center line and leg heel to the right. Good job. And back onto a circle again here at this end. Moving him a little bit shoulder four on the circle, trying to move the hindquarters out a little bit on the circle, see if we can get him positioned a little bit more that way. Like that, good. It gets a little bit deeper when you get that going. Keep working that, trying to move the hindquarters outside a little bit so we get a little shoulder four all the way around the circle. And always remember, it's better to have anything that has a good rhythm is better than something that doesn't and going slow and fast. So in other words, better to have less angle and a better rhythm than trying to get a real steep angle and the horse keeps losing the rhythm. Nice. Now go ahead and go large in that walk again. Try to lengthen the walk a little bit going away from us down this long side. See if he'll take even a little bit longer step. If you give him a little tap, let him go straight there. Nice, that's better. Watch how he's starting to reach deeper. And down the next long side, a little shoulder four on the long side. For those of you watching, always watch the back legs. What's changing as we go through this? If you see the horse stretch a little deeper, watch how it affects what happens with the back step. With the leg stepping a little deeper, does it become more active? Does it become more regular? Yeah, that's about right. Right there is good. It's actually showing a little bit of bend. Remember, again, we talk about bend. We're talking about the middle of the horse, under where your seat bones would be under that saddle. That's the middle of the horse. When we talk about bend, it's the entire length of the body, not at the shoulder, which many people confuse that these days. Nice there. And back, once again, back in the deep stretch on the circle here. And as you come to the center line, you can change directions. So we're always watching with this horse to see whether it's going to bend in both directions. Just in the last week or so, last couple of lessons, he's just beginning to bend in both directions. Remember, that's always affected by whether the horse can lift its back. No horse can bend until it can lift its back. Once it can, then the vertebrae are able to move sideways. So that's what we're trying to do here. Go ahead and go large in that walk, lengthen a little bit down the long side, see if you can get a little bit longer step. Nice there. See if you can get even a little bit more, another little tap, and let's see if we can get just a little more out of him. There you go, there you go, like that. There, he starts to dig in a little bit there. Another little tap, see if we can get a little bit more even yet. And then you're going to turn by the center line and leg yield to the left. Good. Like I was leading with the shoulder. Keep stepping with him. Remember also to be sure you're staying square on your feet as you're working this. Try to lift your shoulders a little bit and get yourself a little more square so you're not leaning over. There, that's better. Like that. Good job. I'm back on the circle here again. And let's see if we can lengthen a little bit around the circle while you try to move the hindquarters outside the circle a little bit. So in other words, we're looking for a little shoulder forward, but kind of lengthening at the same time like that. I like how big, now we're getting a nice, really big step out of them. It's kind of slowing down, little tap again. There. This is kind of horse, if you folks that are watching this, he's quite straight behind. In other words, has very little ability to flex his hocks. So it's so important with a horse like this that we get that back to come up so it can really step underneath. Otherwise, he would have no flexion in his hocks at all. That's really good like that, really nice. And staying on that circle there, you can go ahead and stop over the center line and let's put him on the lunge line. That's really good today. Every time it just gets a little bit easier.
Yeah, he seems to get there a little faster.
Yeah, learning the drill.
Hey, Darcy, can you grab my lunge line and whip? Yeah, please.
Here we're sniffling because of the dust in the air.
Yeah. Here we're just sniffling because it's just cold. Sure. Yeah. We're going to put these on this on the right. Connect it. How's Q doing with all the smoke and stuff? Is she doing okay?
Well, we don't have any smoke, fortunately, this round. We've been lucky this year with all the fires have been either north or south of us. So we've been actually pretty fine here.
That's good.
Just keep holding my breath that continues. Orange County is where they've really gotten it and are getting it now.
Thank you, Darcy.
Thank you very much, assistant. And while you're in a walk there, just try to get him to move those hindquarters out, just like you were doing before, a little when you were closer to him. That's really nice. That I like just there, how all of a sudden that underside of the neck totally loosened up, and look how long the walk got. But you watching that, all of a sudden we got some rhythm. So we've gotten to a place where everything could line up inside his body, everything could start swinging together. The neck got about 6 inches longer there. All of a sudden it looked like really nice. That's looking very good. And you can ask him to trot.
And trot.
Really nice there. How quickly he's getting there now.
Yeah. You know, he didn't throw his head up as far
Okay.
this time.
Yeah.
It's been pretty good this week. It's transition.
Really good. Really nice right there. It's really nicely connected for him. And ask him to walk again.
And walk.
Really nice in that downward transition. I noticed that we went into that without just sort of putting on the brakes. He stepped into the transition, which is what we want to see happen. So he clearly went from a trot right into a clear walk step. Very good. And once again, while we're back in the walk, just try to work on moving those hindquarters out a little bit. Every time I see him, the hole behind the saddle there looks a little more filled out. And ask him to trot again. Very nice. Much quicker getting back into it again. That's really good. Really good. Look how even those diagonal pairs are starting to move. Really nice. That's really good. And again, ask him to walk.
And walk.
Really, once again, very nice downward transition, like he stepped right into the walk. Once again, noticing how relaxed the underside of his neck is today. And ask him to trot again.
And trot.
That was better upwards transition. Notice he didn't have to go really kind of upside down that time. Lifted his head a little bit, but stayed engaged throughout. So that was good. So what we want is to get to the point where when we have weight on his back, he's moving just like he is right now without any change in that gait. That's our goal. Really nice there. Now, last week we didn't try the canter, but let's try it this week just to see if there's just how it's changing so we keep a baseline on what that's doing. So the next time around, as you come near the wall over there, ask him to canter and let me just see what he does. Is there any improvement? Much better. Yes, good. A little high-headed, but nothing appears as bad as it was. Now ask him back to the trot again.
And trot. And trot.
Very nice. And back into the stretch again. That was certainly an improvement in that canter. All the way back down there again. Really good. Again, we always have to remember that if your horse has a bad canter, it's never going to improve by doing more bad canter. We have to build the strength that allows them to canter correctly. Otherwise, we just tear their legs up. Really nice now. Now, once again, let's do that one more time. As you come around to the back wall over there, ask him to canter again. Good. Now you can still he's still kind of like bracing against his front feet a little bit. That's what we don't want to have happen. But that's getting better there. It begins to loosen it up. Keep it going for just a second. See if he lets his neck out a little bit. Now go ahead and come back to the trot.
And trot. And trot.
Easy does it, and back into the stretch again. Now, while that wasn't anything I want to do a lot of yet, that's certainly getting better. It's an improvement over what he had. Really nice now, though. That trot is really going well today. And go ahead and let him walk.
And walk. Come on. Walk up.
And just get him to stretch out one more time, and then we'll halt and change directions. But take the time to get him all the way there before we do. There we go. You can try to move those hindquarters out a little bit. There we go, like that. Notice how everything starts swinging again. We let that neck come out in front of him, and we start to get something that looks like a walk again. So you can see how that doing that, even that little bit of canter, kind of stopped him up a bit. So you can see how it's kind of worthless to do it. Once again, we check it every now and then. You know, every time or so that I see you, we'll try it.
Yep.
But it's not anything you want to do much of unless it's by accident there at this point. But it's getting better all the time. Let's see if we can get him to get a little bit deeper in there before we stop. Move the hindquarters away from you again a little bit. There we go. That's getting better. Yeah. And let him halt and go ahead and change directions.
And woo.
Oh, nice square halt for you there. Look at
Yeah, he does that pretty well.
that.
Unless you're on him, then he doesn't want to stop at all.
Right. That's because his back is collapsing.
Okay, buddy. My trig.
When he has enough strength, he'll halt just like that with you on it.
Oh.
This is his more difficult side, is it not?
Yeah, he's been doing a little bit better, but he still flexes to the outside.
Yeah. So this is the side we see a lot more counterflexion. So also why we want to right away as we can on this, get him on as large a circle as we can, since he's already counterflexing and it's difficult for him. Notice as the circle gets bigger, he gets a little easier and starts to stretch a little more quickly. So just like we did in the other direction, working to move those hindquarters away from you on the circle here. Maybe walking a little bit with him so you can stay a little closer with him, and just trying to get him to yield those hindquarters ever so gradually. And go ahead and trot. Once again, a little bit tight on that upward transition, but better than it was. There, good. That's starting to get there. Ever so gradually, just kind of bring him in towards you a little bit, so the hindquarters a little bit outside, and then gradually let him back out again. So we begin to work those hindquarters a little bit more to the outside if we can. That's coming nicely though now. You see how hard a time he has turning in this direction. So once again, trying to make your circle a little bigger. Walk with him if you need to, but try to give him a little more space so it's not so difficult for him. There you go, like that. It's looking much better. And ask him to walk again.
And walk.
Again, better in the downward transition. Step nicely into it. That was good. Neck is even a little bit longer now in the stretch after that. There. And again, ask him to trot. A little better upward transition again. You see how the rhythm is a little quicker on this side. That's because he just can't quite engage as well, but that's starting to slow down nicely there. This is looking really good. Actually starting to show a little bend there. That's really good. Really nice. And let him walk again.
And walk.
So we will not canter in this direction today. We saw enough of that other side. It's only worse on this direction, so there's no point in doing it because we saw how it kind of shortened him up, and we had to loosen him back up again afterwards. So we kind of stay away from that. And go ahead and trot again. But each up this transition is a little better. The head doesn't go straight in the air anymore. Really good. Really good. Really nice now. This is by far the best we've seen in this direction. Very nice. And let him walk again.
And walk.
Another good downwards transition. Very nice. Step right into it. Good. Let's bring out our rider and we're ready to put some weight on him and we'll change directions back to the other side again.
And ho.
Well.
Are you freezing, Ron?
Actually, no. Not as
Guys,
frozen
making me
as they
cold.
would earlier. It was cold when I was brushing them, but not so bad now.
What is the temperature there?
It's only like 35. It says.
No,
35.
yeah,
Wow.
it says 35, but it's a lot colder than that.
I know.
There's ice on the ground. The ground is frozen.
Ron says this all the time. It's not true.
Okay, well, there is ice on the ground.
Just be glad you had that beautiful indoor arena.
I know, definitely. Did you do the other side, tightening the girth?
Yes, yes, I did.
Or do I need to tighten this side or no? I do? One.
How many holes is there? No, that's it.
That's it?
Good to go.
Good to go. I know, trigger. I know. Hold on. There we go.
He's quite patient about all this. He looks quite happy in his work.
Okay. I need my stick too.
Need to move the mounting block the right direction.
You can do it that way. Just climb up this way. Okay. Yeah, or that way I meant.
Darcy gets confused about getting on the mountain block.
Ron, you're about to whip me.
No, buddy. No, walk forward.
That's good. Whoa. It's like a comedy routine over here. What's that noise?
Sounds to me like a cell phone.
I don't have a cell phone on me.
There's one in my pocket next to the
Oh.
microphone. Good.
It's up there.
There you go.
Right.
We're going in the opposite direction, so you know.
What do you mean?
We're going to be going in the opposite direction.
Oh, is it on the other side? It
Yeah.
is on the other
So I need to be on the other side of you.
side. Okay. Whoa, trigger. Well, look at that nice walk, though. He's like
Yeah,
right
look at that nice walk. That's really nice.
stretch right into it.
And
Whoa.
move.
Whoa. You want to put that down?
Yeah, it'd be awesome. Hang on a second.
I don't know if that's a good idea. It's seriously like a comedy routine
Are
over
you
here.
following me, Trigger? Trigger's like, where are you going, Dad? There's always something going on at the Branchinis.
Very nice. You can widen that circle as best you can there. Just use your open leading rein just a little bit again, like I did last week. Let your right hand be a little bit to the inside, carry it. So you just feel it a little bit and soften him and let him down into the stretch. See what happens when you do that. Just soften him with your hand a little bit. That's good. And with your leg, just trying to move his hindquarters to the outside a little bit. So just using your inside leg a little bit. Swing the hindquarters a little bit more to the outside as we get him to engage there a little more. There. And as he wants to go down, let him have a little more rein. Let me see what he does when you give him a little more rein now. I keep thinking your stirrups don't look. Do your stirrups feel even to you?
Do they feel what to me? Uneven?
You're even to you from side to side.
No, they don't really. But you said that the first time, and they actually were, I think. So we changed them last week. They should be right.
All right, you feel all right? It's hard to tell the angle of the camera there. Keep going then. All right, you're all right. You know, when you go around the corner, it looks like your left leg is longer than your right one.
Is that just because I was kind of holding my foot up?
Okay.
Maybe. I feel like I was.
If they feel even to you, it's all right. I said it's hard for me to see at that angle. It could be throwing it off a little bit. And just softening a little bit with that inside rein again. Again, concentrating on trying to move him out. If you maybe just a little tap of your whip behind your leg there, just to get him to step over that hindquarters a little bit more outside to get that stretch all the way deep down. Ron, see if you can help her there and work a little closer to him and see if you can help her swing the hindquarters out a little bit. See if we can get him to get a little deeper stretch here. So feel the contact with your line a little bit there, Ron. So you keep him a little bit to the end there so he doesn't just drift his whole body to the outside. There you go, like that. Now we're getting there. And of course, when he starts to go down, then everything just relaxes. So when he's right, we do nothing. That's the biggest thing for people to understand. Is the only way a horse ever knows that he's doing the right thing is if there is a cessation of everything that's asking him things. In other words, your hands on your legs. Really nice there. It's getting good. Every time you feel him fall in a little bit, try to put your inside leg on once again and move those hindquarters. Try to get him just a little bit in a shoulder forward position at least so you feel like he's really bending around the circle. There you go, like that. And whenever you're ready, just ask him to trot. Don't worry about the transition as long as you're balanced. Of course, at any time, if you feel like you're a little unbalanced or whatever, just stop. Never feel like you have to keep going. Again, just let him go through his little motion there, trying to figure out what to do with your weight. And just keep rising for a moment. Getting a little better now. Let Let him have a little more rein. Let your reins get a little longer. Just want to see what he does there. There you go. Just keep rising with it for a moment. Let's see about it here today. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. I think you're about to get it. Being attacked by a cat here.
Good boy.
Keep going.
Good boy.
There you go. Now he's starting to give it up. That's what we want to see. Good job. There. Watch how the legs are starting to swing. Watch how the hocks are starting to have some flexion in them. Really nice. Feel how different it feels to rise to the trot now all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Swing along with it. Keep that going. Just softening them lightly with an inside rein a little bit from time to time, and then giving it a little bit so you can follow it down a little deeper. Just rising along. Just basically trying to be out of the horse's way and not moving your body around a lot on top of him, so he can just get used to carrying the weight as best he can. That's getting better. There you go. Keep going. Getting better. There we go. Now he's starting to get there. Much better. Keep that going. Keep it going. Really good now. Really good. Much, much better there. Now feel how he actually starts to feel like it slows down a little bit because he starts connecting instead of just going fast and trying to cover ground with quick footballs. Again, same thing. Just softening him a little bit with an inside rein. There, and then letting it down. Good boy. Keep going. Very nice. Keep going for a minute. Ron, just feel that rein lift a little bit. There you go. There we go. There. Getting better. That's getting better. There you go. Good job there.
Good boy.
There. Now we're getting there. Nice. I'll let him come back to a walk. It's nice and easy. Talk to him and walk.
And walk.
And walk. Talk to him and just slow down your rising. Don't ever want to bounce on their back. And let him stretch out and then walk again. Good. I got to a good place.
Good boy. Boy.
Once again, try to move the hindquarters outside a little bit. See if you can get him to swing them out. Ron, help her a little bit by having a little contact there with the rein and keep him in. There you go, like that. He starts to stretch a little deeper. That's what we're looking for there.
That's a boy. Good boy.
Nice. There we go. Good. Keep that going. Prepare to trot again. And same thing again. Just start the trot as best you can. Try not to have any contact with your hands when you do so. Just start him with your legs. Don't try to balance him or anything. Just let him do it. What he can do. Figure it out. Good, like that. Very good. Good beginning. Of course, he's going to hollow a little bit like he does there. Let's keep going.
Good boy.
Coming around quicker. There we go. Much better that time. Much better. There we go. Like that. Very good. Very good. Very good. Like that. Really nice now. That's more like it. Very good. Like that. Right there.
Good job.
That's really good. Really good. Now just ask him back to a walk again.
And walk.
quietly.
And walk.
Good boy. Oh, that was very nice that time. Really nice downward transition too. Let him stretch out in the walk again.
Good job.
Way out there in front of you. Really nice.
He feels a lot better than in previous attempts of this.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I feel a little stiff today in my upper body. I think it's like the cold. I'm just not used to it yet.
I don't even know if I could stand it. So long as it's really cold. I think I used to ride horses in 20 below zero weather in Colorado. Think nothing of it. And we're going to go back into the trot again. Same thing. Just whenever you're ready, just ask him with your legs. Try to be completely off your hands as best you can be.
Are you ready, Ron?
Yeah, very well.
Come on. And trot.
Oh, very nice.
Boy!
Very quickly. Good boy. Really nice. Really nice. Out there like that. That is the best yet. Really good. What a good boy right there. That's really nice. Really nice. Just like that. Really nice. Really nice. Now ease him back to a walk again.
And walk. And walk.
Now that was the best we've seen him do yet.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Oh yeah, that was really good. Now go ahead and let him halt and change directions. Of course, give him a little tweet of something.
Good job.
He deserves that. That was really good.
Whoa. 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 Sorry, I'm sniffling in the microphone.
It's all part of it.
Better you than I. My allergies are going crazy outside. This wind comes up like we've been having. Happy to say it has now stopped, so I guess we won't burn up today.
Okay, trigger.
Certainly starting off better in the walk in this direction today.
Yeah.
Really nice. Try to get that circle as big as you can there to help him out. That's really nice. Wow, that's really good. Keep that going. That's really nice. Of course, when you feel a good walk, be sure and try to stretch up through your chest as you pull your shoulders back, head up on top of your shoulders so you feel that balance underneath you, like you're sitting on top of a ball. Try to keep feeling for that underneath you on the horses that you ride. That's really by far the best walk we've had in this direction. We see how he's going to do today. Okay, no time like the present. That's really a great stretch. So go ahead and start him in the walk. It looks like give him a second. He's actually got his tail up in the air, see if he wants to relieve himself. I guess not. So go ahead and start the trot. Just like the other direction, as best you can. Going with it. Good. Trying to widen that circle a little bit of inside leg, trying to move his hindquarters a little bit to the outside, and just soften him ever so lightly with your inside rein. Just a little feel of that inside rein over to the outside, so an open leading rein. So you open it up to the inside. So your left hand comes right to the inside, pulling it open from your shoulder, from your elbow rather, like that. There you go. Just like, and just feeling that a little bit. Just feeling it a little bit on that side. Just keep going for a minute. Now let the reins loosen, let them go longer. Let me see what he does. Let's just loosen them up and let him go. Give him a little more rein. Really hard time in this direction. Keep going. Keep going. We're going to keep going for a moment here. Seeing a little bit of light.
Almost.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Just try to keep it going for another moment. There you go. Once again, there you go. There, you just kicked in a little bit. Now that's better. There we go. We're going to get there, I think. There we go. Keep going with it. Just that little feel of the inside rein occasionally when he looks way out to the outside. Just open leading rein. That's all. He's never trying to combine the two sides yet because he's not over his back. So you can just use an inside rein a little bit. Rising with it there a little bit. There you go. Starting to loosen up a little bit. Keep it going. Keep it going. I think we're going to get there if we stay with it. Stay with it.
Good boy.
Trying to figure it out. Keep going. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good boy. Now walk.
And walk.
Oh, what a good fellow. And walk.
And walk. And walk.
Good boy. Good boy.
Good job.
And let him stretch out in the walk in. What a good fellow.
Job.
Give him a pat on the neck.
Good job.
Good fellow there, buddy. Good boy. Did you feel how all of a sudden it just clicked in? All the parts started moving together. Very hard for him in this direction. Just keep that walk going for a moment.
It's funny, he doesn't really counterbend until he gets up to the trot. That's just because of the strength issue, is that?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Drops his back and just twists his body.
I mean, his
Sorry to
walk
straighten it
almost
there for
feels
you. His
better.
walk is getting better all the time.
Yeah.
This is by far the best we've seen him go in this direction. And it was the other direction too, so good. Really nice there. That's really good. Really nice walk now. And prepare to trot. And again, back up into the trot, just like you did before. Yes, very nice. Already coming around, much improved. Keep it going.
Good boy, Trigger.
There, look at that. Really good. Really good. Keep it going. Keep it going. That's wonderful today. This is by far the best we've got. Keep it going like that.
Yes.
Really nice. Keep that
Good
going. There you
boy.
go. Like there. Really good. Really good. Now let him walk again.
And walk.
And walk. And then just stretch out in that walk. That was
boy.
fantastic. That was by far the best we've gotten in this direction. One more time. This horse has such a great look on his face. It always looks like he's trying to figure out what you want, you know?
Yeah.
Trying to work it out. He has a good attitude. Really nice there. But boy, is this walk great today. So much better. Really nice. And go ahead and trot again in this direction.
Good boy.
Really nice. Really good boy. Really nice. Yes, there we go. Like that. Wow. Yes. Fantastic. Go one more time there. Yeah, good.
Good boy.
Yeah, really good there. Really good.
Good job.
There, like that. Really good. Really nice. Really good right there. Now let him walk again.
And walk. And walk. Ah.
And halt, dismount, and give him a treat. That was fantastic.
Whoa, Trigger. Whoa.
Huge improvement, you guys.
Yeah,
Thanks.
really
Well,
huge. I can't get him to stop.
Like I say every week, it's just watching the changes in him.
that's what makes this whole sport. This is what this sport is really about. That's what people don't get. That it's the day-to-day training of horses that makes it interesting. And it's kind of funny, like with dressage, it's only in the last 20 years that dressage turned into a thing where people have trainers who train the horses for them. When I started dressage, I mean, it was all people who wanted to learn, and that's what it's about, because if you're not training the horse yourself, you're not really doing dressage, because it's the training of them that is what dressage is, if that makes any sense, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of in the last 20 years turned into this thing of like hunter jumpers are, where people have horses endlessly in training with people and they ride them for them and half the time never get on them. Really nice work today. Huge improvement. The next week, maybe after a few days, if you guys want to do this on your own, go ahead and do 1 day of mounted work between now and when I see you again.
Okay.
A few more days of lunging. So on a good day that feels good, it's not too cold or whatever, so
Okay.
somewhere along the way, get back on it and do this on your own, just the same way we just did it today, all the same steps we just went through.
Okay.
And then I'll see you again. But anyway, every time we see him, it's better and better and better. We're well on our way.
Yeah, that was amazing today. In fact, even toward the end there, like he wasn't even counterbending. He actually gave me a nice bend to the inside. It was really nice.
Exactly.
It was like the very first attempt at that, I think, for him.
That was really great.
It's really all about building the strength. And
yeah.
That's the whole thing.
I've had him since I bought him in 2017, and just the difference year by year. And there's been some times off that I've had with him where I couldn't do anything for 3 or 4 months because of one reason or another. But this is the most that I've seen, like just consistency with like really building strength and stuff. There's been a lot of starts and stops, so he's doing really good.
Great job, you guys. Couldn't be happier with where he's at. Okay, you need a couple of minutes to get the next one out here?
Yeah, I do. I probably need about like 10 minutes, I think.
That's all right. I'll go feed my pets who are all gathered around me here.
All right, sounds good.
It's dinner time. Okay, boys.
back.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. This is Will Faerber. And next up, we have Darcy, Branchini, and Calvin. How's it gone this week with Calvin?
Pretty good. You know, we had the bout of ulcers, and I've got him on the treatment, and that's been now about 3 weeks. I would say that, I don't know, I'm a little disappointed. I thought I'd see a bigger improvement in his attitude, and I feel like there's still something there, and I'm starting to get, like, I don't know, I've been, like, just mulling it over in my head, like, maybe it's not ulcers, like, maybe it's something else, because I feel like he still starts out a little cranky every time. Maybe it's just not enough time.
I think it's not. We're having the same problem with Q. Like, she'll work really good for a few days, and then she kind of seems bloated again. And so it's a back and forth thing with her too. I mean, we had great days last week, and then by the end of the week, she started feeling. And you can see it in her. I mean, you can see how her sides get blown out. And we did test her again, and she still has a faint line there. So we're back on the medication again. We're just doing it till we get it cleaned out. So.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, you know, you got to check again, you know, to be sure that they're good, that they're gone at some point. You know?
Yeah, and I have a second test. Yeah. Since it's been 3 weeks, I have a second test. I thought about trying it again and just seeing where he's at.
Is he still on the medication or still getting? Yeah. He's still on the medication. How long is it for?
Supposed to be like a full month. I'm using the ulcer guard treatment, so it's like the full month of a full tube, and then you kind of taper it back from there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's see how it goes. All right, let's start with some work in hand.
Okay.
So in other words, it hasn't been 100% this week.
Yeah, not 100%. Yep.
Back and forth. Yeah. It gets to a stretch quickly. And just give him a little tap and see if you get him to step up a little bit more active. In there, but that's getting better. Now, interestingly enough, he does look a little more bloated today to me than he did the last time I saw him. Whether he just had more hay today or whatever. Yeah. As I said, these horses are very difficult because as I said, they gain weight looking at food, as they used to say. You know. So it's hard because you want to keep food in front of them all the time, but you know when they gain weight so quickly, it's hard to do. We tried all these different systems of slowing the slow feeders. None of them work. I mean, ultimately, and some of them are quite dangerous. So this thing that we got, this easy feeder thing, I think was the best thing ever. That's really good there. Keep that coming. And go ahead onto a circle now at this end. Going a little bit shoulder 4 on the circle. Oh, you okay there?
He's gonna poop.
Oh, good. I couldn't see that coming because I couldn't see his tail.
Okay.
They look a little thinner now. Nice, and that big deep stretch. Now once he gets way down there, now give him a little tap and see if you can speed that up a little bit so we get him to keep coming. So that
he's been doing, now he's going to pee. Sorry.
Let him do his thing, it's all right. Don't want to not let it happen. There he goes.
Good boy. Okay. Now we ready?
It's so interesting how they never want to touch that.
Yeah, I know.
They know.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, now let's see if we can get that little bigger walk out of him. Now that he's emptied everything.
You don't need to smell that. Come on.
Really good there. And go ahead and go large in that. Turn by the center line at the top and leg yield to the right. Little tap to make it just a little bit bigger step. Nicely done. And now a little bit shoulder forward the rest of the way down that long side. I like that. It's fine. Good. And once again on the circle here at this end, trying to get him to step a little more lively and just get a little bit longer stride out of him.
Hey.
I think I'll trot.
I was a little overly zealous.
There you go, like that, all the way down there. Good job. Now, as you come back to the center line, you can halt and change directions.
Okay. And whoa. Whoa. Hey. Whoa. Good boy.
Go ahead and turn by the center line and leg you to the left. Really nice there. And a little shoulder forward, going the rest of the way down that long side. Nice long stretch there. Very nice, right there. Good job. And all the way down and then stretch one last time here on the circle.
It's always in the same spots at the end. There you go.
Yeah, all the way down there. Good job. Like that. And let him halt on the center line, and we're ready to go on the lunge line.
Okay. And whoa.
Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy. Okay. Here you go. You did a good job. I have to sneak my hand in my pocket. Whoa. Good job. Okay, come here. I knew these were going to be really hard to get off. They're newer, and they're just not very soft. There we go. It doesn't help that my hands are really cold.
It sounds cold.
And I just simply can't do it with gloves on. I hate gloves, actually. I don't know why. I just think they're horrible, like to try and do anything riding, but you kind of need them. Come on. Okay.
Okay, Calvin, oh boy, here we go.
So interesting is that since this bout all happened, I feel like his left side is a little better and he's a little more cooperative than his right side. It used to be the opposite. His right side, he seems a little more sensitive on the side. And I don't really know anatomy well enough to know if there's like a reason why maybe the right would be more sensitive if there was ulcers.
Well, what I can tell you is that very often, in my experience, when horses have been very difficult on one side and they get over their back on that side, suddenly they're easier than they are on the other side.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what it is, but I've noticed that all my life. You know, that once they get there, it's all like, wait a minute, this side's easier.
No, I don't have anything more for you. No. Come on. That's the problem, is he's very quick to go, oh, you have treat.
Oh.
Good boy.
That, very nice.
Boy. Yeah.
Hi, Calvin, we see you.
He's curious because Ron sat down over there. He doesn't know who that is. Whatever. There you go.
Oh, we're going to stop for a scratch. Good.
Good boy.
And let's go ahead up into the trot with him here.
Okay. And trot. And trot. Good boy.
Yep. No major problems.
Good boy. Yes.
There we go. Yeah, we go good there. He's starting to pull his belly up a little bit now with the netter. Boy.
Oh, interesting. Come on, sweetie. See what I mean? Like now he's back to that.
Yeah, keep him going. Yeah, he does here.
Good boy. Good boy. Come on. There you go.
That's more like it. And we do have to also think that on a day like this, when it's 35 degrees out, it's going to take them a little bit longer to warm up their body than normally. There is that to some degree.
Yeah, true.
More like it. And let him walk.
And walk.
Getting back to good stretch there. And when you get to the center line, halt and change directions. Let's go ahead and we may swatch back and forth a couple of times here.
Okay.
Today, you see if it comes up on the other side.
Ooh. Good boy.
But you know, like the little bit of pissiness he did there wouldn't bother me. I mean, that's, you know, if he persisted in it, then it would. But he gave it up pretty quickly and moved on.
Okay.
Because you know, there is always that thing of you know, are they just not wanting to do it and you know looking for a way out, which sometimes they do. You know?
Yeah.
So the longer we work them, the more we get that in between, you know. But in the beginning,
Come on. Come on. Walk on. Walk on. Yeah, I just noticed that that's kind of what started this whole thing, this whole episode. It seemed like. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. That's a boy. That's a boy. Walk. Good boy.
that's more like it.
There you go.
And go ahead and trot.
And trot. And trot. Over.
All right, goes. All right. He's getting to a good place now. Keep that going. Now let me see what he does. Ask him for a canter when you come to the wall over here.
I'll try the next wall. Sorry, I missed it.
Wherever.
Ready?
Yeah, that's a better swinging it. Let's see what he does.
And canter. 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 Ready? And canter. Come on.
And back to the trot now.
And trot.
So what's your idea? Probably heard me. That. That's getting better. Notice his belly is pulled up quite a bit now. Now let him walk again.
And walk. Good boy. Good boy.
And go ahead and stop and change back to the other direction again. I want to see how it is with switch on.
Whoa. Good boy. Boy. go. You're a good boy. Walk. Come on. Walk. He's like, I'm smart enough. I know that was the end of the routine. Come on. Come on. It's a change. Come on,
Good.
Calvin.
Back away from him a little bit and run your lash out and give him a little tap with the whip so you're away from him. Then back away from you. There you go, like that. Yeah, there's still like a little hesitation about wanting to move that is still a little, that I'm seeing compared to what we had those brilliant days where he was just flowing around like water.
Yeah.
He's still a little bit stuck. And go ahead and trot again.
Come on.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah. Keep that going.
Trot. Good boy.
I'll try the canter in this direction.
Okay. Ready? And canter. Canter. Come on. Canter. Come on. Canter. Come on. Canter. Canter.
Now back to a trot.
And trot.
I love the fact that he stretched out that time in front of it. That was
Yeah.
Keep that cat trot going. That's a little lively. That's good.
Good boy.
I like it.
Yeah,
Keep that.
Trot.
Now let him walk again.
And walk. Good boy.
Just keep him in that walk for a moment. Let him stretch out. Keeping as active as you can.
Good boy. Walk on.
Now ask him to trot again.
Ready? And trot. And trot.
Better that time. Yeah. There you go. Well, keep that going. Good. Yeah, that's more like it. Starting to look a little freer, like it wants to go somewhere. How much his belly has pulled up
Yeah.
here. That's better. Now let him walk again.
Walk. And walk. Good boy.
Much better. And ask him to trot again.
Ready? And trot. Come on. And trot. Trot. Good boy. Good boy. There you go.
That's more like it. Starting to look like a trot. Keep it that active. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And let him walk again. That's starting.
I don't even know what he did.
Just slipped a little bit coming out of the track over there.
Oh, you said let him walk on. Good boy.
Now go ahead and halt and change directions again.
And whoa. Good boy.
Mhm.
Okay. Walk. Come on. Walk on. Come on. Come on.
A lot on the lazy side today. There we go.
Come on. Good boy. That's a boy.
There we go. That's better walk already. And that's going to be Trot.
And Trot. And Trot.
Transition. There we go.
Trot. Come on. Trot.
And let him walk again.
And walk.
That was much better. No pissiness that time.
Yeah.
All of that. So I'm ready to put you up there now. Ron's there to help.
Yeah, he is. Whoa. Whoa. I think as long as that it's okay, huh? Did I break up in that question?
Sorry, what was that?
I was saying, I think, so as long as they kind of work out of it, you're saying that it's more or less okay then to
keep going. If he was pissier and worse about it, then you would say, well, something's going wrong here. You know?
Yeah. Okay, come on.
I mean, sometimes horses are pissy about things, or just have the attitude they don't want to work, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
It's not, if they have something really bothering, that they won't just get over it, with just a tap of the whip or something.
Yeah.
But we can't give in to them every time they don't feel like doing something. There's that too. So we have to ascertain which is it. And anything that persists is usually real. If they don't give it up pretty easily, and we're doing everything right, then.
Good boy.
But by all means, do the test again at some point here in the near future, so you know whether
Okay.
we just tested Q again, and she still has a faint line there, so she's back on the medication until we get to the other side of it, I guess.
Yeah.
But I say same thing with her. She had days where she's coming out, she was just wonderful, and then a couple of days later, she's like bloaty again, and so we've definitely gone through a similar thing. Today she was fantastic.
Today she was what?
Fantastic.
Oh, great. Take off this. Oh no, we're doing side reins. That's right.
Yeah, just leave the fine.
And do you want this lunge line, or do you want to put your own on?
That's fine. I'll use that.
Okay. Here, just take it for a second and wrap it up because it's really kind of a mess. You ready, Calvin?
Are they running the colleges in Ithaca? Or are they all shut down?
Are they what?
Are the colleges down?
Colleges?
The colleges?
They're all doing a different schedule, but like Cornell after Thanksgiving sent the students home, and so now they're just doing like final exams and final projects from home. Ithaca College sent students home a long time ago. I'm not really sure what I know there was a couple outbreaks. I just don't know details.
Yeah, they're doing mostly virtual Ithaca College kids.
I mean, I think classes are
Must be a bummer. I'm glad I'm going through this at 67 or 8, however old I am.
Did you do
Yeah, I
that?
already tightened it.
Yeah, I guess so. It's pretty tight.
Don't want you falling off, Darcy.
Yeah. But I can tell how bloated he is because look, it's like.
Yeah. He definitely looks more bloated today than he did a week ago. Is
Yeah.
that food or what?
I don't know.
Is he out in pasture during the day?
No, I mean there is no pasture anymore. Our grass is done for the season, so they're in a sacrifice paddock right now.
Mostly dirt and mud.
Yeah, it's mostly dirt and mud. I need a stick. You want me to get it? Oh, you got it. Oh. You know that the peeing habit that he has of doing that in here. It's funny because that's changed too quite a bit because it used to be that he really had to pee like it was a lot. And now every time he comes in here, he just does a little bit. And I noticed that in general, he just pees, it seems like a little bit at a time. So I'm still like not 100% convinced there's not something else going on with like the sheath or something.
Interesting.
And I kind of wondered if like, and then my vet, I think, or not my vet, my farrier said something about between the sheath being swollen and then the urination, he said, I think those are both signs of Cushing's. And I was like, really? So then I started thinking about that. And so my mind is all over the place on it.
Which direction are we going first?
But maybe, I don't know.
Give it a while. Work on what you're doing, see if it doesn't come out of it.
Exactly, because I think if you start thinking about everything all at once, it just, and you start trying all different things, it doesn't really work.
You try to make the best progress you can as long as you're still seeing some progress, as we're seeing here.
Yeah.
It's better.
We should go.
Go where you need to go, and then I'll hook on.
Well, Ron, we should go.
The main thing is to get to that point where we don't feel like we have to get it all done with horses in a day or a month. But yet we have to keep working as best we can. If we keep working them where they're comfortable, eventually they'll get comfortable in more,
Come on. Work on.
I thought he was pooping or something.
I'm curious if he's more or less sticky with you on him.
Yeah, I was just noticing that for sure.
But yeah, once you got going here, the walk looks pretty good. Starting off pretty nicely.
Trigger looked better.
Yeah. Better today.
I just got to throw it in every once in a
while. Yeah. Not a competition. Oh, yes, it is. I think everything's a competition. Competing is what ruined the horse business. As soon as you make that, people can win prizes for something, there's always a certain amount of people who will do anything to win, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like our president. It used to be in horse shows that people couldn't complain. That was like you never spoke to the judge or something at horse shows. And I noticed over the last 20 years now people yelling at judges at horse shows and things. That used to never be tolerated.
Good boy.
Now they have to make everybody happy. That's really nice there, keeping that nice big walk going.
About to poop. Can't tell. He feels like he's going to.
Nice there. Good job.
Okay.
Nope. Stopping.
There we go now. Good boy. The walk looks a little better there after you lighten his load a little bit. And whenever you're ready, you can ask him up into a trot. Good job. Good. There you go. Good. Let him find that stretch. Good. I like how he gets happy when he finds the stretch. As he goes there, the ears don't pin back anymore. Like that. Good job. Like there. Keep that going. Remember to correct your rising diagonal.
Oh.
There you go. Keep that going. There, like that. Getting better. There we go. There we go. Good job. Keep that going.
Good boy.
Little tap behind your leg so you can swing those hindquarters out a little bit. There you go. Then good. More like it. Keep that going. Be happy about it all. Now let him walk again.
And walk. And walk. That's a boy.
Boy, good job. You can stop him on the center line and change directions.
Okay. And whoa. Good job.
Good job, then. That walk is coming out quite nicely now.
That's a boy. Good boy.
And ask him to trot.
He hears you.
No. Go. Good job. Really nice now. Keep that.
Boy.
Keep that going. Now just give a little bit of a tap and see if you can get just a little more out of it. And soften him back into the stretch again. There we go. Back there is what we want. Right there. Good job. Right there. Keep that going. Really nice now. Keep that. Always pulled up much better now. It's got something like a rhythm. There.
And trot.
Not a bad canter there, actually. And back into the stretch. Good job there. Very nice now. Keep that going. It's really good now. Keep it going. Keep that active. Keep it going. Now just shorten your reins a little bit and let him come up a little bit from the stretch and let me see what he does. If you shorten your reins out in front of you, don't lean over. Remember, keep your body just where it is as you just let the reins shorten a little bit as you bring him up from the stretch. That's all canter. But how can you know that's a good canter? That's a much better than I've seen him do before. Easy does it. Now just get a little contact there. So all the way back down in the stretch again now. There. Now once again, just bringing him up from the stretch a bit. So just keep your hands out in front of you. Don't lean over. Remember, try not to change anything, but all you're doing is just shortening the reins a little bit. Let him stay there about that medium length and let him find his way back into the stretch again. Keep going. Take up the slack on your outside rein there. There you go. There you go. Keep it going. That's it. Go. Just come up midway, just like that. Keep it going. Keep it going. There you go. Keep it going. And once again, ask him to come up a little bit. Just let your hands go out in front of you and just shorten the reins, but without leaning forward. And just bring him up a little bit from the stretch. There you go, like that. A little bit more. All right. He wants to canter and do that. That's all right, like that. Getting the idea. Right there. Good, 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 good. Right there. Now let him all the way back down again. That was good. Really nice. You just got a little bigger swing in it. Once again, a little bump with both of your legs. So you just ask for a little bit more like that. That's really good. Really nice now. Really good work there. Keep that going. Very nice. Now ease him back to a walk again.
He heard you.
And walk.
Walk. Good boy.
Really nice. Big stretch. Now this is much better. I mean, other than the little pissiness we got at the beginning, this is better than it was last week.
Yeah.
In terms of activity of the stretch. So that's good. Once you got on him, he was less pissy. So all good. Now go ahead and stop. I want to change back the other direction again.
Okay. Whoa.
Time. Good boy, Calvin.
Good boy. Good boy. Yes, you are.
Any treats for him?
I do.
There you go, buddy.
His lips are very big. Where are you going? I'll get around you.
Going in that direction.
Come on. That's boy.
All the way back out in that stretch again. You know, there's kind of two kinds of horses in the cold. There's kind of the horses that come out and they explode in the cold, and there's the others that just kind of don't want to move. He may be a little that way.
Yeah.
Takes him to get everything moving.
Are you seriously looking at your phone?
No, I was shutting it off. It's ringing. Getting a phone call in the middle
No
of
texting in the middle of lessons.
I know, right?
And go ahead and ask him to trot now. Very nice. There we go. There we go. Just like that. Good job. Keep it going. Right there. Very nice. Right there. Good job. Right there. Just keep that going. Just like that. Now, same thing we did in the other direction. Just shorten your reins. Letting your hands be kind of a little higher in front of you there, just out in front of you. Just bring him up a little bit and see where he can come to without changing anything. There you go, like that. There you go. Keep it going like that. Good, good. Coming up, widen your circle a little bit away from that inside leg. Good there. Good there. Very nice. Very nice. Now all the way back down. That's a good working trot. Right where you have him right there, starting to be good. Let him go all the way back down again. Now when you go down, ask him to lengthen the stride a little bit. So you let him out, you ask for a little more to come through. So you push through a little more with your seat, little bump of your legs. And then, of course, you just do that once in terms of the bump of the leg and see if you always listen. Don't be kicking away on the back of the horse. Always touch with the leg. Be sure that you listen for a response. And again, beginning to shorten the reins again, letting him come up a little bit. What happens when we bring him up from the stretch? There we go. Keep that coming. There you go. Right there. Not bad. Right there. Keep it right about there. There. It's getting better all the time. Right there is really quite nice. Good working trot right there. Keep it there. That's getting there. Right there. Good job for him. Really nice. All the way back down in the stretch again. Really good job. All the way down. Now, once again, back in the stretch. Ask for a little bit of leg again and ask him to move a little more actively. Each time we go back in the stretch, let him stretch out and ask for a little more activity like that. Now bring him back up from the stretch again. Good. Keep it coming. Just like that. Really good. There you go. Keep coming. A little bit more. There you go. There. Right there is really good. So he's right there. It's just light contact. Really nice. Now all the way back down again. Very nice. And now let him walk.
And walk. Good boy.
That was actually very nice. That ended up being very well today. We saw no pissiness at all when he was on his back, so that was really great. I think he was just a little cold starting off in the
Yeah.
beginning, and how he expresses it. Oh, I don't feel like I'm quite there yet, but he was really good today. I'm very happy with
Yeah.
that. You may dismount. That was great work.
I swear he hears
Now,
me.
same thing here. I think if you guys want to try this on your own this week, in between the lesson, I give them a couple of days of lunging again, and then if you guys want to get on, have a day where you get on both of them. If it's a nice day and whatever, and the weather's good for you,
Okay.
get on again some way between now and then. If that goes well, and if after a couple of days of lunging again you get on, it's even good. Well, then maybe give him one day of lunging and then get back on him again. Same thing with both of them, but you just play it by ear. If it looks like it's getting worse, then back off.
Okay.
But great job on both of them today. Ended
Yeah.
up really
Yeah,
well.
lessons were awesome.
Yeah.
I think both of them are. Calvin's really coming back around too, so it's good.
Yeah, really nice.
Come on. You're a good boy.
All right, questions today, you guys, to finish up.
So just to clarify, because I think it was really a little hard to hear you today. So just to clarify, for the week ahead, you said basically play it by ear, but if there's a nice day, we can probably try what we were doing today on both of them. So staying on the lunge line, doing all that, and just a couple days kind of this week, right?
Yes.
Is that what you said? Yeah. Okay.
Right. So a couple of days of lunging, then like the third day now, then get on him, or a third good day that you work. I mean, if he has a day off, plan on doing a lunging day. If for some reason it's too cold and you guys don't get out there, just do a lunging day. So he's had a day of lunging before the day that you get on him.
Okay. Perfect. That's really helpful.
And the same routine we just did with both of them. It's just what you want. Only this one goes a little further. So it won't be long. I was really stoked with Trigger today. That was a huge improvement.
Yeah, you look good.
It really felt like night and day compared to the first time I got on him. So yeah, it's working.
Your horse is squeaking.
All right, you guys will have a wonderful evening, and I will see you next week, same time, same channel. Unless we need to change, just let me know. And
sounds good. Well, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Very good.
Bye. Thank you.
Everyone seeing me, so great job for putting them up. Really appreciate it. All right, guys. See you soon.
Thanks.